Hi, my name is Jennifer Mullins, and I'm the owner of Mullins Tutoring Incorporated. And this course is on problems that you would see on ASVAB math. Today we're going to cover literal equations. Literal equations are used to solve for a variable that is part of a formula. I like to think of it as rearranging the deck chairs because we're just moving the letters around to solve for one particular variable. For this tutorial, I'm going to use the examples that might be found on the ASVAB. So the first one we're looking at is area, and which is length times width, and we're going to solve for W. So I need to get the W by itself. So the first thing I want to do is get this L to the other side. So what I'm going to do is divide both sides by L. So I'm left with the W on this side because L divided by L is just 1, and 1 times W would be W. So the width is equal to the area over the length. For number 2, we're going to solve circumference. So the circumference formula is equal to 2 pi r, and we're going to solve for r. So we want that r by itself. So in order to do that, since these are all multiplying 2 times pi times r, I'm going to do the opposite operation. I'm going to divide by 2 pi on both sides of the equal sign. And the reason that we do this is so that we keep the equation balanced. I often like to think of it as a scale. So this just becomes 1, and that leaves me with the r on the one side, and that is just equal to the circumference divided by 2 pi. And that would be your final answer. The next formula is a distance formula where distance is equal to rate times time. And I wanted to solve for the rate. So what I'm going to do is get that t to the other side. I'm going to divide both sides by t. So my rate is equal to distance divided by time. The next formula that we have is for perimeter, and perimeter is equal to 2 lengths plus 2 width, and we're going to solve for W. So there's a couple ways I could do this, but the way I'm going to do this is I'm just going to subtract the 2 lengths from both sides. So we're left with perimeter minus the 2 lengths is equal to 2 widths. Now this is not complete because we still have 2W and we want to find just what 1 width is. So I'm going to divide both sides by 2. So the width is equal to the perimeter minus 2 lengths divided by 2. Because when I subtract the perimeter from 2 lengths, what I'm left with is 2 widths, and 2 widths divided by 2 would just be the W. Next problem we're looking at is solving for simple interest. On the test, the equation for simple interest is not given, though if you read the question carefully, you will actually see that it is in the order that you need to do the problem. But here we're just going to solve for t. So interest equals the principal times the rate times time, and I want to solve for time, or how long it is. So I can do this that once again we're using multiplication. So we're going to get the principal and the rate to the other side through division because we're always doing opposite operations. So the time is equal to the total interest divided by the principal times the rate. The last problem we're going to look at is we're going to have to isolate the y, and we're going to have to do a couple steps. The first thing I want to do is subtract 12x from both sides. So this will cancel this out. I'll be left with negative 4y equals negative 12x plus 20. Now, when we're lining up an equation, we put the x variable first. It cannot be combined with 20 because we don't know what x stands for, so they're not like terms. And then because there is no sign in front of 20, we know that that's a positive, therefore we would put a plus 20. Okay, so I still have the negative 4y, and I need it just to be y. So when I divide, I have to divide by negative 4 in order to get a positive on the other side. So I'm going to divide each term by negative 4. This just becomes positive 1. So y is equal, now I have negative 12x divided by negative 4. A negative divided by a negative is a positive, so I'd have 3x, and then 20 divided by negative 4. A positive divided by a negative will be a negative. So my final answer is y equals 3x minus 5. I hope that this was helpful. Please check on YouTube for more videos that I have done. Thank you.